The killings in Camanava continue. After Jemboy Baltazar in Navotas on August 2, another young person was gunned down. Exactly a month after Jemboy's death, an unidentified assailant killed 20-year-old Daniel Soria in Malabon City. Daniel lived only a few kilometers from Jemboy's house in Navotas. This road in Malabon City, a few kilometers away from Daniel's house in Caloocan, became a witness to his gruesome killing. On the night of September 2, Daniel told his family that he was going out for a drink with friends. He went with his partner's cousin, Reynaldo Bolivar. Reynaldo was the suspect the police had been pursuing in the operation that killed Jemboy.
Mga bandang 11, 10, 11, baka isip ko tapos na sila. Inaabangan ko na siya sa pinto. Kasama ko yung kaibigan niya. Then kwentuhan kami ng kaibigan niya, habang inaantay namin siya, patingin-tingin ako sa kanto, baka paparating na siya. Maya-maya may nag-text na patay na yung asawa mo. Eh di nagulat naman ako. Tapos pinakita ko agad sa kaibigan niya. Parehas kami nabigla. Wala nang isip-isip, hindi sumagi sa isip ko na baka nagbibiro lang siya.
LA says she received the text message at around 11:36 p.m. She immediately headed to the location where Daniel said he would drink with friends. After not finding her partner there, she returned home. Shortly after, she received information that Daniel was found dead in Longos in Malabon.
Hindi ko alam, sir, kung anong magiging reaction ko. Basta nagwawala ako. Inisigaw ko na, tumayo ka dyan. Neil, parang awa mo na, tumayo ka dyan.
Pero ang usap-usapan nga daw po doon, na si Daniel po daw na pumunta sa 7-Eleven, pagbaba po raw niya ng tricycle, may nakaabang na daw kagad sa kanya na binaril siya sa hita. Tapos nung binaril po siya sa hita, tumakbo pa po siya. Hanggang sa siguro hindi niya na kaya, bumaksak siya ron sa may highway sa Lapu-Lapu. Tapos binalikan pa po siya ng nakabaril sa kanya. Saka po siya tinadtad sa katawan ng bala.
Daniel's family says he sustained 7 gunshot wounds, mostly on his upper body and 1 on the leg.
Sabi ng mga nakakakita, inaangat pa daw ni Daniel yung ulo niya. Kung agad na saklolohan, baka nabuhay pa siya. Kasi wala naman siyang tama sa ulo.
A hazy CCTV footage shows Daniel and Reynaldo running as an assailant on a motorcycle was chasing them.
Yun, tumakbo. Yan ang nahabol. Sila na yun.
Reynaldo ran into an alley
Yan si Rere.
and hid under a car. He survived. Meanwhile, Daniel kept running on the highway where he was killed. The family says the gunman then took Daniel's phone. LA suspects it was the gunman who texted her that her partner was dead. LA says earlier that day, Daniel was chatting with a woman on Facebook Messenger. Daniel was supposed to meet this woman in Malabon. LA's cousin says Daniel was talking to this woman on the phone right before he and Reynaldo were attacked.
Ang sabi ng pinsan ko, set up daw yon. Kasi hindi naman daw po nila nakita yung babae. Pagbaba ng call, nasabi nandito na ako, biglang may pumaradang motor, pinagbabaril na sila.
LA says the police investigating Daniel's case told her that they found illegal drugs on his body.
May nakita daw pong drug sa wallet ni Daniel tsaka 8,000 na pera. Sabi ko, talaga ba sir, hindi ba tinanim lang? Parang medyo nagalit. Sabi ko, hindi nyo din masisisi kung bakit nasabi ko yun kasi asawa ko, kilala ko.
LA denies the police's claim. She says her partner won the cash as a prize in an online game earlier that day.
Diba sabi niyo po, nilapitan siya nung tao na pumatay sa kanya, kinuha yung cellphone. Posible naman na nilagay lang yun sa kanya para masabi na may connection yun sa drug para maklose yung kaso.
Wala naman po siya sa akin binabanggit kung anong problema niya. Basta ang huling niya lang sa akin, nung huling parang naglambing siya. Tapos sabi niya, Mama, ilaban mo ko ng isang damit, yung maputi daw, paputihin ko raw kasi susuotin niya bukas. Yun lang po yung sinabi niya. Tapos umalis na siya. So sobrang sakit po ako, ako talagang hanggang ngayon Mula nung namatay ang anak ko, hindi pa ako nakakatulog, hindi ko alam kung paano ko tatanggapin. Sa totoo lang, yung anak ko na yan talagang pinakamalambing sa lahat ng mga anak ko. Hindi ko nga alam paano tanggapin. Yung ano po, pag naglalambi siya, kikis ako sa'yo, halikan niya ako, tapos lalo na pag birthday ko, sinusurprise niya ako, gumagawa siya ng paraan. Ako kahit ako ayoko maghanda, siya hindi siya papayag na ako walang handa.
Irene says she had to work abroad after her husband died, so Danielle grew up under her sister's care. Irene only started getting close to her son in 2020 after she broke up with her partner at the time.
Yung nga po kung kailan po na nakakapiling ko na sila, nasabi ko babawi ako sa kanila dahil nung maliliit sila, medyo hindi ko sila nalagaan. Kung kailan kami pa medyo magkakapandibanding, saka naman siya nawala.
Para dun sa pumatay sa kanya, sana nakakatulog ka pa sa gabi pagtapos ng ginawa mo. Huwag na lang sana mangyari sa'yo. Sa pamilya mo. Kasi sobrang sakit sa dibdib. Ang dami-dami ko nang napagdaanan na masakit. Pero ito parang hindi talaga kaya ng puso ko. Hindi talaga kaya ng puso ko magpatawad. Hindi talaga.
Danielle's case is related to Gemboys, not just because they knew each other and played basketball together, but also because of their connection to Reynaldo. Reynaldo is a suspect in a shooting case and was the subject of the police operation in Barangay NBBS, Kaunlaran, Navotas City on August 2. The police claimed they mistook Gemboy for Reynaldo, the reason they rained bullets on the 17-year-old fisherman who was just cleaning his boat. Jairo Bolledo, Rappler, Malabon.